Well, hello, my lovelies. It's been a long weekend. Oh my goodness, it's been raining here off and on. I have no earrings on. Yeah. I didn't even put eyeliner on today. I'm just hanging out. So I came down like, oh my gosh, you have no earrings on either. So I tried a little bit more. There, it looks a little bit more peppy in my steppy. Right? Ah, I do look better. I put a little lippy. Put a little lippy on. So don't look totally ratchet. There, I don't look totally ratchet anymore. Oh, I hate when people come on and look ratchet. Yeah, you gotta look. You know what? You're gonna put yourself on camera. You can't look ratchet. No ratchet. All right, my lovelies. Let's pull up the chit chat. I do like these earrings, though. They're super cute. All right, you saw the title, swaps. That's what the challenge starts tomorrow. We're going to talk about some swaps. Swapping, I think swapping gets a bad rap. I do. I think people condemn swapping. You know, and I think you need a good swap. I think swapping keeps you on plan. Because let's face it, you gotta, swapping is where it's at. Swapping is what made me lose 116 pounds. Let me just tell you that. Hello, everyone. I have an announcement, but I want to make it when the room's a little bit more fuller because I don't want to keep announcing. I think I repeat myself way too much. But if y'all saw, I did my Temu team up again today. Thank God if she didn't get back to me this morning, I'm going to be like, I don't know when that video would have went up because I got stuff planned all week. I'm like, I got stuff planned. And she wanted it up by the 27th. I'm like, well, good luck if you don't get back to me. Ugh. But yeah, it's all up. It's all good. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Why am I frozen? I am frozen on my screen. Yes, I got Bailey out. I'm frozen on my screen. Oh, sorry, I heard myself. Actually, we've had a lot of off and on rain, so we've had a lot of good downtime for him to get out. I didn't get him out yet today. Tonight, Peter's going to do that. He'll probably do that in the next half an hour. So we'll get him out. Well, welcome, Miss Budget Girl. We've had more not rain today than we had rain. So we really can't complain. It hasn't been. It's been more just constant misty, light drizzle. We haven't had anything tragic, which is good. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Swaps. Who doesn't love a good swap? I don't know how I'm going to do the video tomorrow. I got a few ideas, but I don't film that one until tomorrow. So some of my videos are filmed ahead of time. Some are filmed on the fly. Like the one with Timmy was filmed Labor Day weekend. That's how old it was before I put it up. It was filmed a while ago. Hello. Oh, the burn? You mean the flavor? I like the watermelon. If you're talking flavor. Unless you're talking the detox. I like the light detox. How was your weekend, Brandy Lynn? How was Irish weekend? I remembered. Shocking that I did. Hello. If you're talking flavor, it would be the watermelon. If it's a watermelon, that's what I do. Oh, powder. I've had the capsules. Honestly, I think the powder works better. Just an opinion, of course. Just an opinion. I think the powder... I forgot they had capsules. I did originally have the capsules, but I felt a difference more with the powder than I did. Yeah. Cotton candy, I've had the cotton candy. But I've had both. If they have, I always tend to go for the watermelon. And the peach and the greens is what I like. The tangerine's not bad, but I usually go for the peach. Usually it's peach for pretty much everything. Yes, if you are here, 30%, Motivate, instead of my 20% off, they're giving you 30% off today and tomorrow. So if you need anything, I would say use it it's only today and tomorrow. D30 will get you 30% off instead of 20. So that was a little bonus that they gave for people who didn't win. And Jillian, I haven't heard from her yet. She was the winner. I messaged her on Facebook. I posted it in the group. Thank you. These are my Temu from a few hauls back. They're cute. They're a little bit, big. I got a lot of earrings. Oh my gosh. But thank you. See, I'm not a cherry kind of gal. I haven't heard anything, Janet, and I'm putting this out there. If you work for WW and you want to let me know what's going on privately, I will keep your name out of it. Please message me at dishwithdee@yahoo.com. But I have not heard anything. Yes, D30 is the special code for today and tomorrow. DWD20 is the usual code, but use the link. I will get to the link helps too. The link will, let me grab you the link too. Because sometimes I have not done anything all weekend. There was no filming. I took the weekend off. Prerogatively, yes. Sometimes you just need to. Sometimes you just need to I film a lot during the week, so I felt like I deserved a week off. All right, there's the link. Oh, the pink hoodie. I love the mixed media in that. I thought that was this. There is the link. I'll pin it. I probably should unpin it. Let me see something if I could. Wait a minute. Let me redo that. Paste. Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Oh my God. I do. I think I may next Temu order put another earring box, but I need one for the big ones because these don't fit in the box. So I need to get one to hang. I'm trying to get this correctly written. Oh, jeez. I need to pin this. Jeez. Pin. There we go. Goodness, it's the end of the day. That's the link, and the code D30 gets you 30% off instead of 20. Just hung out. I love it. Aw, thank you, Janet. Anybody wants Timmy to pray for them, you let me know, and I send them your name. He's always happy to pray. It's his job. It's his job. But yeah, he's always happy to do that, Janet. Hello, hello. Yeah. Yeah, me and you, Renee, we had our feet up this weekend. Not the whole weekend, but I just was like, I felt like I was coming down with something. I've been sleeping a lot. So far, so good. I'm just still feeling that way, but I'm not feeling any worse. So I think my elderberry's kicking in. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I watched this weird series on Netflix. We'll get to the swaps in a minute. But my problem with it was German and it was dubbed, and I couldn't look at their mouths. The story was interesting, but if I looked at their mouths didn't match their voice. And that bugs me. So it was very hard. It was called Dear Child. It was on their top 10 list. I hate that. I hate when their mouths don't match their voice. It just bugs me. But I heard it was good, and it was. I had to, I wanted to keep watching it, so I couldn't look at their mouths. Oh, sick. Everybody's been sick. Yes, my elderberry is from Motivate, yes. My two biggies are the elderberry and the apple cider. I do them religiously. Greens, pretty religiously. Burn only when I need it. I don't do the burn every day. I do the detox light at night. You take the detox at night. The light, I take that pretty much Monday through Friday. Weekends I take off. If I really need a good detox, then I take the black bottle. If things aren't really working where they should. Yeah, it is difficult. Like I'm sitting there going, and yet I can barely see because I have cataracts, and I can see that. Yeah, it's just been, everybody's been sick. Yeah, the greens make you feel like you're doing something good for your body. That's all I can say. And 30% off today and tomorrow only. So if you are in need of anything, I say get that extra 10% off. But back to swaps. I see people kind of slam the swaps. I do. I mean, like, there's never a perfect option out there. I'm sorry, there's nothing out there that's perfect. I feel if something I could take in place of something else that is lower in points and calories hits the note, right, Suzanne? Keeps me from eating my face off, I think is a good thing. So you could, I don't think I have anything here that I was like, I have these in the thumbnail. Like, better these or Pitos than Funyuns. Because I like crunchy snacks. But these are such a good swap for that. So incredibly good. Good. And I don't feel that they're, yeah, you may pay a little bit more for it. But you know what? Everything that's good, we pay a little bit more for. Isn't that the truth? But yeah, like, even like Lily's chips, which I do have here too. Lily's chips versus regular chips. Yes, they're a little bit pricier, but you know what? You can eat these and not feel bad about it. So I always feel like this is a great thing to have on hand. Yeah, the big earrings do not fit. I was going to get something where you can hang them. That's what I think I'm going to look for next. But I had so many little ones, it honestly didn't matter. I filled it up. Shocking, isn't it? All right, Barb's got vegetables prepped. I have not even seen the Zero Lemonade. Oh, allergies is yeah, me too. Fall is bad for me. It's the molds that get me. And all that moisture from fall and spring, that's where I'm usually at. Jillian, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? I don't know what she did because she said, just got back. I don't think she's heard the news. I prefer pink. Hey, Marie. Good with you, Renee. Do exactly whatever plan you want to do. I use the light detox. Yay, congratulations. So message me your address and I will forward it to them. But yeah. My son is feeling, he's not 100%, but he's better. Like his voice is still deep, but his throat isn't sore anymore. But he talks like this, really deep. He can't reach a high note. He goes, I can't go up high. But Renee, it's going to be very hard to have, well, there's not going to be meetings, let's put it that way. I'm curious what to say. Say no to what? Going out? I watched a TikTok since I was doing absolutely nothing today. And this guy, I think his name is CIBS. Apparently I didn't realize he lost a lot of weight. I always watch his cooking fun. His cooking hacks are hilarious. He said today in a little thing, he said that he lost a lot of weight. He went from like 240 to like 165. And he's like, he said, I didn't want to get into that. And I never really thought about this. I didn't want to get into that. When you lose a lot of weight, then you get to you don't want to eat. And you're focused on not eating. And I'm like, wow, I can understand. I think you can go to one extreme. You can go to the fact that you get so focused and so, into it that you are like, you convince yourself that you're not hungry because you're afraid in the back of your mind to ever eat. So it's like you convince yourself you're not hungry. I'm like, that was such a bold statement. I'm like, I really should have shared that. Oh, it didn't? You don't get, let me try, maybe I posted it wrong. Let me double check. Because sometimes no, it went there. Mine went there. It's in the Facebook group too, Yolanda. I did post it in there. If you can't get it, let me know. But yeah, it worked for me. I know, I'm saying, like, I've not gotten to that point yet. But he goes, You're trying all my favorites, Jillian. And it's like, I curated that giveaway. So I'm a bit proud of it. But yeah, you get to the point where maybe I could go find it and put it in the Facebook group. It was just interesting, like, and I thought to myself, you know, and I know a few people that fall into that, and I just, you know, you convince yourself you're not hungry, you convince yourself you don't want it, even though you really have it, and you're under eating, and that's frightening, it is, it's very frightening. Yeah, and that's the thing too, limiting your foods, because I mean, are we like even well for me? It's like you know people say, "Oh, why are you worrying if you don't want to have gluten? Why are you even worrying about bread?" Because I like bread. That's why I like bread. How do you like? Don't just. I got many. Don't eat the bread. What? Girls and boys, I'm never going to give up bread. Not completely. Eating less of it, yep. Even like the light breads. Let's talk about swaps. I'm telling you, that 647 or that Sara Lee, the thin, what is it, Dave's Killer, they're really good breads. They're decent, hearty slices of bread. I think it's such a great swap. So Suzanne, do you think you blot out the feeling of hunger? Like, because, I mean, this weekend's proof. I've been hungry all weekend. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, okay. It's 80. Okay, we're pretty full. It's not a big announcement. It'll be fun. On Tuesdays live, right here, right at this channel, I'm going to have a special guest. I wanted to try the thing called going live with me. You probably don't know about it because unless you're on the thing, but you can. There's a feature I can hit, and I can invite somebody. And they'll be on, hopefully. Now I've never done it. I'm hoping it works, and they'll be on. It'll be a split screen. I will have somebody on the other side of the screen with me. So I thought that'd be fun. Should I say who it is? I love Dave's Killer Bread too. I think that, other than the fact that I have to be gluten free, I would, and 647 was a great swap out. Who is it? Ah, fun. Who? Can anybody guess? It's not anybody super big. It's somebody that's big, but not super big. If that's, how about y'all guess? Says it's unusual. It's not usual for someone who's been overweight in their life. Yeah, I agree. I think no, it's not. No, it's not Timmy. It's not Nikki. Nikki's big. So I said it's not a big person. No, it's not Esther. It's somebody with a YouTube channel. How's that? No, it's not. I didn't think of Esther. That might be a fun thing to do. It's not Maureen. It's not Barrett. You're getting close though. Barrett's a close one. It's not Roy. Though I'm going to ask Roy to do it too. It's not Jen. Come on, you know me. Not Amy. Amy, that'd be fun, but it's out of her time zone. We'd have to do it in the afternoon. You're close. You're in the ballpark. Somebody needs to come up to bat and guess. If you know me well enough. So, not Jen. Nope. Ah, Christine. Christine has gotten it. And so is Nitty Queen. It's the Joan of Joan's Pointed Plates. I figured I would ask somebody safe. That's my friend. If it doesn't work out. She's like, what do I have to do? I'm like, I'm supposed to be handling it all. I said, because as far as I know, you just have to take the link and then it should bring you in. Though I've never done it, so we don't know. So I thought I would just tell you guys. I'm going to make a little poster and put it in the group. But yes, Renee, you were right as well. But Christine said Kim's a go. I'm thinking if it works out, then we could just go hit everybody up. What do you think? We'll have Roy. I'll even ask Jen and Nikki. I don't know if they'd say yes. I think Barrett would come. But yeah, we'll ask everybody. We'll get Maureen. So I thought it'd be fun to do like once a week. To do different people. I'll see how if it works out. So yes, we are totally different. Oh, it's Joan's Pointed Plate. She used to do Weight Watchers. She doesn't anymore. She does Whole Foods, clean eating, and calorie counting. Because I sit there, I go, ugh. She might. I don't know. I figure, hey, Allison, I figure I'll ask them. Worst I could say is no. And but the problem is there has to be some sort of, because it's going to be hard when you bring somebody in and just to get questions asked and stuff like that. I think it would be fun if we gave a little intro and there could be a fun question and answer, but it's going to have to be like also I'm one person. I could only do things so quickly. Yes, Tuesday night, correct. I thought it'd be kind of fun, because this, change up the live a little bit, and I'm hoping. I did it a couple years ago. I did it on Zoom. It's just too. I mean, Zoom is fun and all because you have the faces. I did a couple every week. I did somebody. Kim was on. Cat on Point was on. Life with Sandy was on. I think Joan did a week, and there was somebody else. Salty Veteran, I think, was one. And we did these Zooms. If anybody remembers that. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Yes, she lives about a mile down the road. We used to go to Weight Watchers together. She still goes there for I went international. She would like to go international, but she only has to go get her yes, well, we'll do one. If it works out, I figure it would be fun to do one every week, and I'll ask. I know that people I know Roy would do it. I know Maureen would do it. I know even Cat on Point. I know she would do it. The bigger ones, I'm not sure. I'll ask. Worst I can say is no, thank you. No, it's great, but I thought it would just be fun. We just can't inundate with. I think somehow I have to feel a way for it to be organized and not so chaotic, which is going to happen because it's inevitable. Wendy, yes, Wendy, absolutely. Yes, that was back when I was trying to meal plan. You see how well that worked out. Yeah, I just realized sometimes you just can't be something that you're not. Oh yeah, Brady. Well, I don't know. I guess she would see them. Yes, but if you remember, we used to do lives when we did a Facebook group. I was always the one in charge of the comments. Yes, Jamie. Yep. Yes, Amy would be hilarious, but we'd have to do a different time because this is like midnight for her. So we would have to do like maybe in the afternoon or maybe in the morning. Do like a morning one or something. But I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, I just love when Amy talks. Gonna crack on. Gonna crack on. But yeah, I think it would just be fun. So back to swaps. Swaps. And some people don't like swaps. There's people saying, oh, just use less. Well, sometimes using less doesn't always work out. And really, what is wrong with a swap? Why are some people against swaps? Like, why do some people think it's negative? Like, oh, I would never use light butter. Why? Well, it's made of water. Well, that's how they make it light. Yeah, but I think it still has the taste of butter. I enjoy a little bit of light butter on bread. I don't feel like I'm being like, um, eating it and saying, "Ooh, this just doesn't taste good." I think light butter tastes good. Same thing with like a light cheese. Oh, I don't use light cheese. I only use full fat cheese. I don't see anything wrong with light cheese. I feel light cheese is just as tasty as full fat cheese. Right, an applesauce instead of oil. I think it works. I mean, it works in most recipes, like sweet, but I'm not sure how it wouldn't work in a savory recipe. Like if sometimes you have to like bite the bullet for some things. Light mayo. Yeah, I don't find that I don't really notice a whole difference with the different types of swaps. Like, I don't sit there and go, oh, well, this tastes horrible. I mean, there are some things that, yeah, like, but I mean, using these lilies, honestly, I don't notice a dang difference. I think they're tasty. And there's no sugar added. So you can have 60 chips for 50 calories, and that's a lot of chips. And most times you don't even need that for like a single item. You could just fit that right in there. Yeah, I mean, like dressing. Like I will tell you, I'm not a huge fan of the fat-free, like mayo, dressings, cheese. I mean, I think if it's inside something, it might not be as bad. But if you have to taste it and see it, like fat-free cheese just does not melt nice. So if it's maybe inside something, you might not notice it. But if it's on top, it just looks like plastic. And dressing, I cannot and will not do a fat-free dressing. I just think it tastes bad. And sometimes what they put in it to make it taste good is usually sugar anyway. Oh, and all the lilies, the butterscotch, the pumpkin are really good. All the lilies. Yeah, I mean, swaps are what keep me on plan because I'm still having that taste of it. Like, especially with like cakes. Now, even with flour, there's no way to swap out a good, I mean, I use gluten-free flour, but that's because it's gluten-free. But I mean, most of the swaps for flour for like people on keto, it's usually almond flour or coconut flour. But those are higher in points than traditional flour. But you could use a whole grain flour, a whole wheat flour. It's still the same points, but it has better nutritional value, technically. And that's technically. Oh, you love the tidbits are good. They are. But if you find you're overindulging, you gotta hide them. Yeah, I love that, Marie. I think it's really good too. I like making the vanilla cake with the pumpkin and making pumpkin muffins. I think it's delicious. The sugar-free cake, I don't miss it. Now, could you make your own sugar-free cake? Yeah. I mean, you don't need to buy them. You could just use flour. Light bulb. I mean, you could. You can, definitely do not be buying oat flour. All you have to do is grind up your oats. And oat flour, almond flour, and coconut flour do not have to be heated. They can be eaten raw. Regular flour, you have to heat it because there's some kind of spores that could cause you to be sick. Yes, you can use protein powders. Now, I did hear, which I've not done the taste test yet because I'm just not into my life is just too busy. But the casein flour versus the whey flour is better in baking. They say it bakes up better. You could still use the whey, just saying that they say casein is better. I did buy, of course, I had to buy it to try it out, which I have not tried it out yet. Oh, we missed you too. Good food choices. I like to hear that. I hope you had a wonderful time. There you go. I didn't know where do you find that flour, 00? I mean, maybe it's in the store. I just have never seen it or looked for it. But now I like the 2-ingredient dough, but also when you're making it, remember, flour is nothing more than flour, water, and yeast. So when you're making 2-ingredient dough, you're doing flour and yogurt. So you're really adding calories to it. So, and you're making a heavier dough. If you want to make a pizza dough, there's no reason to add yogurt in it, quite honestly. But you are gaining protein and it's maybe a little bit more denser and fuller than traditional pizza crust. But it's always something to think about. Good night, Renee. Oh, sugar-free cake mixes make good banana bread. I love a good calzone. I haven't made those in forever. I was just thinking about that today. Also, I need to get hold of a peach because I want to make this girl toast with ricotta and peaches and the honey again. I made it with cottage cheese. Now I want to make it with ricotta cheese, which I'm sure is going to taste the same, but I just feel like it'd be more Italian. It's going to be Italian girl toast. Maybe a little drop of amaretto in there. Just saying. Sounds good, Pat. Oh, you could do it. Blended cottage cheese has opened the doors for so many things. Now, granted, fat-free is 0 points, but the sodium is 475 milligrams of sodium. Why? Because it tastes like crap, probably. But you're paying a scant more in calories for 1%. So I went to 1% to save 400 milligrams of sodium. Only no, this is Italian girl toast. How about Italian grandma toast? I should call it Italian grandma toast. Sounds good, Pat. Yeah, sodium is a big thing, for women, especially women. So I weighed the pros and the cons. I looked at the macros in both of them, and it wasn't that much different. So I thought to myself, you could afford that. So I went with the 1%. There's no reason for me to have full fat cottage cheese. There just isn't. But I feel the 1% is a good, again, swap out. Because I choose to be on a low-fat diet. Cholesterol, heart disease runs in my family. So yes, I tend to look for low-fat dairies. And I did a couple of researches a while ago, and they said low-fat dairy was not a bad option. But yes, we drink 1% milk. I use light cheese, light cottage cheese, light cream cheese. I love me some Laughing Cow cheese too. That's a really good sub out for cream cheese. Oh, I'm telling you, blended cottage cheese. And if you go get that one, I can't think of the brand, but it's already blended it's whipped. It's delicious. And they have it in 1%. So when I see it at the one shopper, I always buy it. And know what Jada taught me? She uses ricotta. Now, you could use cottage cheese as well. You put it in a bowl, a serving, and you dust it with a little bit of unsweetened cocoa powder. Not a lot. And then just a teaspoon of honey drizzled over top. It's delicious. Hey, Smokey. I can't get skim milk. I can't get the color. It's visually unappealing to me. Now, I love nut milks, actually. I pretty much make all my lattes and all my smoothies with either almond or cashew or oat milk. Unsweetened, of course. Good evening. The whipped is hard. It is. It's not everywhere. Friendship. Thank you, Anne. Yes, it's Friendship Whipped. It's, I would say try their website and maybe it'll give you a product locator. But it's one of the best. Like now, it's not at every ShopRite. Like the other ShopRite didn't have it, but only the one in West Deptford I can get it at. Oh, I love the butter with olive oil. Yes, it's the color that I can't get past. I don't mind the taste of it, but if I have to look at it, I do, it's just a thing. But it's like let me tell you something. Runny eggs. I like them. If I have to look at it, I can't eat it. The look, I'm like, ugh. But once I eat it, it's really good. So I have to put it on my thing. I've been having them a lot lately, and I cut them up, and I don't look, and I just start eating. It's just a sight thing. It's my eyes say it's unappealing, but my palate says it's good. Oh, I didn't know you were in New Jersey. I have not tried it yet because I still have I opened a oat milk to use, so I have pretty much half of that to use yet, but I have not. Yeah, you absolutely can blend you can blend your own. You have an immersion blender. But you know what's funny? And this is like a pet peeve. I feel like all I'm wasting in the blender. And actually, I don't remember it being that much money more for the whipped. It's like ricotta cheese, quite odd. And if your store, I have to compare that. That's a good idea. I should compare the macros with the light ricotta, with the light, the whipped cottage cheese. If they're similar, then you could probably get the light. Maybe the part skim. That might work. I love ricotta. Oh, we were not too far from there when we, when Timmy was in Seton Hall for a while, and then now he's right over in Yonkers. Oh, thank you, Dream. I got a full slate coming this week. I have a video coming out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I may take a day off on Friday, or I might not. I took this Friday. Well, this Friday I was hoping it was going to be my Temu day. I was hoping Friday was going to be the Temu day. And I'm in the middle of a 3-parter quick dinner video of just dinner that I threw together. It's kind of like, remember Sandra Lee's semi-homemade? Well, it's kind of light version of semi-homemade. Good night. Don't forget to thumbs up. Oh, I know. Just a spoon. But I'm telling you, if you make it with the honey and the cocoa powder, and Jada used to eat it with a biscotti. I didn't want to say that out loud. Oh, Suzanne, that biscotti place that you posted, that's right by not too far from where my parents are buried. I said to Steve, we have a road trip next time we go to the cemetery. Yeah, they're ready. I like them. I don't like the way they look. I don't know if I've ever even smelled them. The duck eggs. Now, the duck eggs you can't eat runny. You'll get sick. Oh, and back to Malamars, are we? Why do they call it 2-ingredient dough? Oh, mine is more than 2 ingredients. The original recipe was only 2 ingredients. I use more. That's me. When they came out, it was yogurt and flour, equal amounts of yogurt and flour, a cup. I found I prefer to throw an egg in there. I prefer to have a little bit of instant yeast. I just like the way the yeast, the flavor it gives. You know, I'm a rule breaker. So my 2-ingredient dough is probably 4 ingredients. Yeah, that's a good idea, putting protein in your pancakes. That's okay, Janet. I've never had a Malamar that I know of. Maybe I should keep it that way. Yes, I use regular flour versus self-rising because I'm not buying 2. So I use when you use all-purpose, you have to add salt and baking powder. And if you go to the back of the flour, it usually gives you the conversion for that. It'll say to make this flour self-rising, I think it's a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon and a half of baking powder for each cup. Oh, the cottage cheese. I'm thinking of making. Remember Grace's oat bread with the yogurt? I wonder how Grace's cottage cheese bread would be. Now, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna make it, I'm probably gonna use fat-free cottage cheese because it calls for a lot, and this I wouldn't have the salt in there. I'm curious though if that. But if you've ever made Grace's oat bread, it looks like vomit. Little, and it's probably gonna look more like vomit if you use cottage cheese. But I wonder how that would work. Because let me tell you, the cottage buns are all that in a bag of chips. And what a substitution that was. There is so much protein in cottage cheese that's insane. I will tell you, the Clean Simple Eats pancake mix is better tasting than Kodiak. I will state my reputation on that one. And you get more for the price. Like when you compare the price of Kodiak, this is a way bigger bag, so it's pretty much comparable in price. Oh, cottage cheese to pancakes. I love putting it in the pancakes and on top of the pancakes. Oh, the mango bun. Oh, I ate all my mango. I need to go to, I'm telling you, that Aldi pre-cut mango has been such a godsend. I am so much enjoying it. I've been enjoying cottage. And if you want to eat cottage cheese plain, throw some skinny syrup in it. Just saying. Oh, Karen, yeah, she got that from the cottage cheese girl. There's this girl that she must watch. She's all over the place. And she dips a sausage in there. She dips cucumbers in there, carrots into this cottage cheese and mustard. Yeah, it's not. I didn't like it. I tried it. It's not very good. Oh, wow. I might have to do that. Well, the cottage cheese bun is on my website, dishwithdee.com. And pancakes, you would probably, I don't know if I've, well, try to remember. If you Google the one, I guess instead of adding the liquid, you'd add the cottage cheese. Oh, a Dutch baby. That sounds good. Well, maybe, Barb, did you try putting it in something versus eating it right out of the container? It definitely tastes better when you mix it into things. It gives it such a nice, especially the pizza bun or the monkey bread. That monkey bread is ridiculous how good it is. I've made dips with cottage cheese. I have a Greek dip from my old website I made years ago. So I like making dips with it because you can make it savory. It needs help. To eat it right out of the container is pretty nasty, but I think it adds so well as a mix in with things. Yep. Oh yeah. I made a Greek dip with it before it was in vogue to do that. Well, it was a failed swap. Why was it a failed swap attempt? Fat-free ricotta and chalk zero honey. I wonder why, because I think it would work. Oh, so you same the liquid and then you just add the cottage cheese. Yeah, I mean, it's only going to make it richer. I'm trying to think why that would fail. Um, hmm. What, I'm curious to Brendan, what was it about it that was a fail? The taste wasn't any good? Or the consistency wasn't any good? Was it the taste or was it the consistency? That's my question. Apple butter and her cottage cheese. I think that cranberry apple stuff. Somebody's asked me for that recipe today. The cranberry apple butter, that would be good in there too. Night, Maria. Yes, I've made that. I called it a retro Danish. You toast the bread lightly, then you put that concoction on top of it, put it in the broiler, get all bubbly. It's pretty good. You can use a light piece of bread. It's pretty good. Kind of runny, almost liquid-like. Okay. Maybe, I don't think there was enough, I don't think that honey is sweet enough to do that. I think maybe in hindsight, I don't think I would use fat-free. First of all, I don't think I'd use fat-free. The taste is off-putting to begin with. I would use 1%. I would use a monk fruit sweetener. I would just drizzle the slightest amount on top for aesthetic reasons. Oh, I had a peanut butter with my apple today. Oh, the cinnamon popcorners. I mean, heck, those suckers, you don't even need a dip with them. The butteriness of that. Yeah, I would definitely, that would be my idea. I wouldn't get the fat free. I'm telling you, 0 points, I hear you. It's just, I think it's just not that good. What they put in there to make it taste palatable, it could react to a lot of things. Noodle pudding. That sounds really good. Good evening, Deanna. Good night, Donna McKean. Yeah, so that would be my thing. I would go to 1%. I would do a Truvia sweetener or a monk fruit sweetener, and then I would just put that honey, just a little drizzle on top for just give them the idea it's in there. If I had to guess, that's what, or the combination of too much of that honey, because too much of that, sometimes too much of the substitutes tend to have an off-putting taste. So I would say the less is always better than more. They make, I don't know about a 1% ricotta. I'm talking about cottage cheese. Did I say ricotta? I meant cottage cheese. They do make, you said use fat-free ricotta. That usually doesn't have an off-putting taste, usually. But, I was thinking cottage cheese. They have this part skim. I don't know. I have to make a comparison with that. I don't know what the difference between the fat-free and the 1% is. Good night, Marie. Okay, use regat. Usually this is not too off-putting. But it could have been like the perfect storm. Too many of the wrong things altogether don't always make a right thing. Sometimes we have to take the hit on one thing and take the safe thing on the other. Good night, Becky. Chasing cupcakes. That's my life. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about the swaps too tomorrow. Sometimes you can't swap every ingredient in a recipe. Sometimes we have to take the hit on some things. Yeah, regular honey. Yeah, well, real honey is. And sometimes maybe taking the hit for the real honey and just have using the fat-free ricotta might have saved that. Because sometimes, like I said, too much of, you could save a lot of points just subbing out one ingredient versus subbing them all out. That's an interesting thing to even bring up tomorrow. Maybe we should sub some and not all, because sometimes it just doesn't mix, because they're all have the little quirk, and when you put them all together, it's a lot of big quirks. But yeah, but that's the other thing that Jada used to make. She used to get ricotta cheese. Of course, she used full fat, of course, and she would drizzle it with honey, and then dust it with cocoa powder, and she ate it with a biscotti. It's very good. So I used to use a spoon because, but yeah, you would just drizzle it with the honey, the unsweetened cocoa powder, and the sweetness of the honey helped the cocoa powder. But yeah, but sometimes, like I said, sometimes too many, as much as I love subs, I'm a substitute queen. You can't sub everything. Sometimes there has to be something that's got to carry the dish. It has to like be its saving grace, But yeah, you definitely could use cottage cheese in that, and I don't think you wouldn't even notice it. And if you use the whipped cottage cheese, I guarantee you might not have noticed it because it tastes like ricotta. It really does. I'm impressed. It's thick. It's got a great consistency. It's got a nice flavor, and it's 1%. So I feel like that might have been where I would have drawn the line. I might, if it was indeed the ricotta, maybe I would go to a cottage cheese instead. That might have. But live and learn. It's life's all about taking risks. If we didn't take risks, we wouldn't know anything. I commend you for trying. That's wonderful. Why I am not on live chat. I'm on top chat. I thought I was in live chat. I think I was. I had to reboot myself. There we go. And you can get a teaspoon of honey for a point, which I think is a generous portion of honey for one person. Because honey goes a long way. Oh, the blended cottage cheese. Yeah, it's really good. I think you'd like it. Now, you could have used her dip and just your dippers. That would have saved. Versus the non-bread is ridiculously high. Oh my gosh. I remember one time getting it. It said 3 points. I'm like, that's not bad, but that was only for a third. Or maybe it was 5 points. It was so high. Non is very high. It's delicious. Makes great pizza. But it is ridiculously high. Yes, and date syrup would probably work too. Now, there are people that won't count date syrup because it's made just from dates. It's blended dates, and dates are technically a fruit. So it might be a better choice. Same thing with honey. Honey's all natural. There's really nothing done to honey. It's scooped out of the hive for most. I mean, in some places it is processed, but our local area, we have local beekeepers, and their honey is really just honey. But I have a date syrup that that would work, and it's just dates. I'm pretty sure it's right here. I think it's. I think it's just dates. Let me say, ingredients, dates. That's it. It's just dates. So you're really not getting anything weird in here. It's just dates. Now, they're blended dates, so technically they're processed. But there's nothing added to them. It's just dates. So that's definitely a natural substitute. It says use in place of honey or maple syrup. Now, I mean, some things you have to watch. Some things are definitely natural, but they're processed somehow, and they're changed, and things are added to them. You just have to watch. But some people would say I'm not counting that because it's dates, and I don't count dates. You know my feeling. You do whatever you want. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Now let's look at the calories in this. 2 tablespoons of this is 120 calories. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a lot for 2 tablespoons of syrup. But if you're going to use this for your own personal self, you wouldn't use 2 tablespoons. You'd maybe use a teaspoon. So technically, half of that, 60 would be 1 tablespoon. And if you use a third of that would be like 20. I would say it's probably 20 calories a teaspoon. I'm just trying to figure out. So really, and then that respect, it's not that bad. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but there's some things that aren't. Just because it says honey doesn't mean it's not processed. You have to look what the company's done. Some people add things to keep it golden, to keep it thin. Like certain things, they may be natural when they first come out, but certain companies change them to keep them shelf stable. Like those shredded cheese, but they put non-caking ingredients so the shredded cheese doesn't stick. So technically there's things added. Yes, dates are just dried fruits, correct. Now, it's still a fruit though. You know? So it's, some people will not count dates. When they make, you see when they were making those Snicker bars with the dates, where you stuff an, I think, a walnut in there and you dip it in peanut butter. So yes, you can buy date syrup in the store. Regular stores will sell date syrup. I've got mine at Home Goods. This came in my Thrive. This is my Thrive. No, this was not my Thrive Market box. This was in a subscription box that I got a couple subscription boxes ago. Subscription boxes ago. But yes, it's used in place of honey or maple syrup. So it's definitely something, it's interesting. We have hive guys in our area too. Oh, know what's good? Stuff dates. I used to make this one thing where you put a little piece of sausage, and in the, take the pit out. Dates have pits. Take the pit out. Put the little piece of cooked sausage. Wrap a little piece of bacon. It's delicious. But people make savory stuff. They make like these like chocolates and stuff like that. There's this one lady, she smashes the dates and she drizzles chocolate and peanut butter and freezes it. But yeah, look in maybe where they sell the honey and maybe, or the maple syrup in your local store. But I think it's more easily seen these days than it used to be. Or you can get medjool dates and just grind them up. They usually soak them in water and then they soften and then they grind them up. There was a chili I made. It was a vegan chili, and I believe it had dates in it. You think to yourself, so it was really good. And I think I did a video on it. It was a chili made with dates, and I think it was, I can't remember what the lentils. It was lentil chili. Yes, this was the smashed dates. Very popular. Very popular on TikTok. Yes, it was all over the place. But the biggest thing with anything like this is measure it. You can measure it in grams, so it gives you the, or this is milli since it's liquid, 30 milliliters. So get your scale and measure it. I am telling you, you could have stuff. You just have to measure it. And 30 is a lot for 120 calories. So you want to get like a third of, maybe 5 mLs. But yeah, it's really good. It's good stuff. And honestly, yeah, it's going to kill you in points, but it's good stuff. You know, you're not, you know, you're making it yourself. It's purely natural. I feel like, you know, you can't have a lot of anything. Just because it's natural doesn't mean you can eat more of it. There's the takeaway from that. Good night, Jay Bates. See you Tuesday. We will not be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Zoom. You're all welcome to come to Zoom. I post all the information in the group tomorrow. Our Zoom is at this time tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And I think I'll take these off now. And if not, I will see you Tuesday night for our little experiment. Fingers crossed. It works. But yep. So I will see you tomorrow for our week. I think did I say it was week 5 tomorrow? 1, 2, 3, 4. Week 4. All right, my lovies, I'll see you tomorrow in video for week 4 of our challenge. It's all about swaps. Swaps are where it's at. Swaps within reason. Like you can't, and I'm going to definitely, Brandon, thank you for bringing it up. I'm definitely going to mention that sometimes you can't swap everything. Sometimes you got to take a hit once in a while. It's okay. Yes, Glam Squad. Yes, we do. Tomorrow, Lori hosts Monday and Tuesday. I host on Wednesday, and she hosts Thursday and Friday. So yeah, please come back. Good night, my lovelies. All right, you all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. I will see you Tuesday, or I'll see you tomorrow night, or I'll see you at Clam Squad. There's a mash burn. That's right, I forgot you were here. I'm sorry. I did see you pop in. I meant to say something, and I forgot. I turned my brain off today. Can you tell? Happens every once in a while. Sometimes you need a good brain off day. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, everyone. I will see you when I see you. Have a great day. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. It helps out my channel. And I will, if you haven't, if you have a time, take a look at my Temu video and see the things that I got and see what Temu is offering. Don't feel the need you have to buy there, but it's fun to see it. So have a great night, and I will see you later, Gators.